All right, guys, here we go. Lost internet literally right when we were starting this, okay? So if you guys can let me know, make sure you can hear me. Make sure we don't have any other weird things going on. And let's see here. I'll wait to see some replies.
No Connor today, so PJ's got to do it.
That is true. That is true. Let's see here. Cool, guys. Hey, so can you guys hear us perfectly fine? It's all good. Awesome. Thanks, Carl. All right, guys. So like I said, I don't know if you heard me in the beginning, we ended up losing internet like literally right before this started. So here we are. Here we are. Dad, you know, I got to start off and say, you know, good looking shirt. You know, we're twins today.
Okay. No, nice shirt.
Yeah, it is. That's thanks to our friend Chad.
Yeah, thanks, Chad.
I think Chad's on here.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it.
It's a cool shirt.
Yeah.
It's like Locksmith Metallica style.
Get me my guitar.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Gotta be electric. No.
Yep. Good stuff, guys. So, let's go ahead and let's see who's on here for a minute. Dad, now, before I get started, I went ahead and I already got you a Topo Chico.
Yep, thank you.
Absolutely welcome. I know you like it. Now,
cheers.
Cheers, guys. So, I do notice you are chewing gum.
Yes, I am.
I mean, what are the odds that gum's finishing this show with us?
Depends how uptight you make me. Oh, good possibility.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and let's see what we have going on. Let me get in here. Just lost my screen. All right. So it's S. Fuller. Hey, S. Fuller has his Topo Chico as well. Hey, awesome.
Cheers.
Starry Locke, James Eastet. How are you doing? Thanks for all the comments. Hogmaster13, Jim Anderson, Watt Volt Amp. Hey there. Hey, thanks for all the plugs you've been giving us. That's really cool. Greg Hasroot, Pocket Woman, A1 Locks and Keys. Let's see. While we wait, have 2 vids posted on YouTube under my name. I'll have to try to check that out later. Very cool. Dana Reed, how's it going? Let's see here. Alan Corson, how are you? Dusty Knuckles. Play on. Hope you all turning up Last Box Live. Let's see. Steve Schmidt, hey there. Gerald Skinner, how are you this evening? Owen Sprague, hey Owen. So I saw, look like Lock Boss of Maine is back, both Mark and yourself. Owen, I just want to congratulate you guys. So Owen recently over the weekend got engaged, I saw. So Owen, absolute congratulations to you on the next journey in life. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you got engaged to my mom? How long ago was that? How many years?
Probably. Gosh.
Well, hopefully she's watching right now, by the way.
Well, we've been married 38, so probably 2 years more.
Okay.
So 40 years.
Okay. 40 years ago you got engaged.
Yeah, man, it's been the best time of my life. Most of the time.
Yeah.
No, my wife is a very lovely lady.
Oh, yes. Lock Pickings, how are you? Kevin Bacon, hey there, from Virginia. Thanks for tuning in. Howdy, Jim West. He says, howdy, good people. Lock Picking Gal. William Guana. Rockin' and lockin'. Yes.
Like
thanks.
that saying.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Let's see, Carl Lewis in Lockworks. Very cool. All right, guys, we got a whole bunch, man. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. And Kevin Eastman, sorry for making wait. Can't talk now. All of a sudden, it's taking us so long to get in. His beer was getting cold.
Huh. Don't want a warm beer.
No, you had to guzzle it at that
That's
point,
it.
right?
Gotta slam
Got to guzzle it. Let's see here. Got a couple questions. Let's go ahead and hit those. So it says, John Falk says, great shirt. How does a lock boss go about getting one of these? Well, so these two here were actually gifts from Chad, who you'll see in the chat. Chad, do you have a link or something you can put in there if someone wants to get one of these? They're pretty cool.
it. Yeah. Nice, soft,
Yep.
and real light.
I have to say, Dad, it makes you look really good.
Real muscle.
Yes,
Yeah.
kind of like The Rock.
Yeah, that's it, man.
But your version of it, right? Let's see here. PH Picker asks, what does Topo Chico taste like?
It's a mineral water with a lot of bubbles. No taste.
You don't think it has a taste?
No. Unless I'm so old that my taste buds are dead because I like spicy food.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it has like a certain taste. Like if you were to line it up next to like Italian or Perrier mineral water, like you can definitely taste the difference. The big thing with Topo Chico is it is very refreshing to drink.
Yes, it is.
Right?
Yeah,
I
it does.
mean, on the average day, I mean, whether it's 20 degrees out or 100 degrees out, I tend to probably drink 3 to 4 a day, 7 days a week. So, funny quick story, my wife likes, carbonated water, but with some flavor in it and stuff. And when I started drinking these a long time ago, she tried one. She's like, man, I don't like it, right? And well, next thing you know, she's always taking my stash out of the fridge, So I'm like...
That's what wives do.
Yeah, I mean, she likes it now. But so I think it's one of those things that it grows on you. I mean, it grew on me to the point where I drink a lot of these.
It definitely grew on me.
Yeah.
The first time I tried it, I go, oh, what the heck?
Yeah. S. Fulmer says, thanks for the giveaway last week. I love my pinning kit. That's awesome. Congratulations. And hope you like it. And everyone for tuning in. We're going to be getting to the 5 winners here in just a little bit. So let's see here. Kevin Eastman says, video idea, do one on the lab slide chart. You know what? I'm going to, Kevin. I'm going to. That has been, I did see your comment the other day, but I'm going to go ahead right now, and I'm going to make a note here to make sure I get that done. Note made. That's happening, Kevin. I have about 3-4 weeks of content already recorded, so probably in 3 to 4 weeks, somewhere around there, we'll get it out. Maybe sooner. We'll be able to swap a couple videos around. We'll definitely get that done. Let's see here. What kind of other stuff we got, guys? Let's see. Let's see here. Is Chad in here? I don't know if I've seen Chad yet. Hey, Mario with Shark City Locksmith says, you need a trophy for being married 38 years. Do you want me to get you one for Christmas?
My wife would probably go, yeah, right. No.
Yeah. Now, so, Mark Call, thanks for tuning in, and Owen. But Dad, on camera, live, okay, I got to ask you a question. Did I or did I not give you some magic tricks from Mark?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
And thank you very much, Mark.
Okay.
I have to practice a little bit more before I come on live and mess everything up.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you. They're awesome.
I loved the one last week.
Oh, yeah.
But that was a good one.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Let's see here. I agree. Topo Chico is the official locksmithing drink. I'm down with it. I've hopped on that bandwagon 100%. Mario's laughing at us now. So Topo Chico is bottled in Mexico, Hogmaster 13. Yes, it is. So it's imported from Mexico right now.
And they say don't drink the water,
Yeah,
right?
well, that's my theory, right? So my theory is that the reason you hear not to drink the water in Mexico is because Topo Chico fanatics spread the rumor out there to keep more Topo Chico for themselves.
That's it.
Right? I mean, that's the best I can come up with.
Yeah.
Best I can come up with. All right, Dad. So let's. Yeah, Mark says, "You are the lock father." He says, "Okay, he's glad you got your gifts there." So, Dad, I want to see you here in a couple weeks. I want you to come on here and show us your skills.
I'll try my best. With the holiday season, I've been wrapping gifts or making some gifts, and all my time's taken.
I saw that out in your wood shop or out in your shop
Yeah.
with doing some woodworking.
Yeah, every night until 10, 11.
Really?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Hopefully they turn out, but you never know.
So this last week, we did the Smart Pro 2015 F-150 with Smart Pro video.
Right.
That went good. I mean, that 10-minute bypass that I'm going to go through all that stuff is really nice to bypass for sure. We also did the Lockvoy Quick Set Rekeying
That's
kit.
an awesome kit. Yeah.
It really is. It really is. And I love the feedback, by the way, on the the Schlage. Everyone's saying that we need to put pinning tweezers in them. What do you think about that?
More the merrier, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
Unfortunately, you have to raise it a little, but
Well, and that's kind of like the thing. It's like you want to keep the price good and make it a real good value and deal. At the same time, you want to have all the goodies in it, So it's kind of a... But I kind of have an option, I think, first of the year we're going to roll out that I think is going to make all you guys happy.
cool.
But then the other video wanted to... Mark Call says no excuses. Oh, that's good. So the E-Elite locks by Town Steel. Want to grab that one here real quick? Yes, this is the 2000 version, and I'm going to be coming out with videos specifically on each one of these and going over a bunch of stuff. But love the feedback. I'm with you guys. Thanks for letting me have a little bit of fun with the whole holy. But it's true. I mean, Dad. So when you send a guy out to install a standard commercial lock,
Right.
I mean, like putting the extra holes in the door
Can be a bear sometimes.
can be a bear. I mean, have you ever had one of your guys not
Or myself.
not really do it right?
Yeah. When I first started, I made Swiss cheese a little, where this would have been fantastic because the main hole and that's it. If it's grade 1, you have those a hole here and a hole above, but other than that, you can buy a sleeve for those, pop them in out real quick.
Yeah, I think it's new installs for commercial locks, that they're needing push button or keypad or...
We sell a lot of electronic locks.
Yeah.
And this is the one I'm going to change to because they're so easy. Don't
Yeah.
have all the other plates or, holes
Yeah.
you got to make. And you can still charge them the same for labor and without drilling anything, just slap it in and get it done.
Absolutely, and I think, as you guys will see in the future with these, the features and how you program them, it's really simple compared to a lot of things. And if you notice in the video, the one thing I didn't really want to hit hard on was price.
Right.
These are less expensive than your typical commercial lock, but I didn't want that to be the focal point because a lot of times when you hear cheap, you hear junk, right? You hear imported.
Oh, these are fantastic.
Yeah, and these are assembled in the USA, right? Down in California, actually. So, I don't know. Like, I was trying to stay away from the price too much just because I don't want the price to be the main reason people want to look at something like this. I want it to be because of the features and the functionalities and how well they're going to hold up and last.
Well, the price range from me installing a lot, this price for this is unbelievable.
It really is. I
mean,
agree.
I can make that much more money.
I agree. So guys, thanks for all the feedback. It was really cool to see the comments. And you know what? I want to bring up a comment that a guy put, guy or gal put on about this lock. And they said, and I haven't prepped you for this, okay? So let's roll. Just say it how it is, right?
Okay.
he says that, since I'm going to paraphrase. So if you're watching, I'm paraphrasing, okay? So he pretty much said that lock would actually make it easier for like an end user to install. And so if that's the case and end users install them and, buy them and do all that, that could be less for you as a locksmith.
Well, it seems like everybody can buy anything anymore.
Sure.
I haven't seen these, out, but I don't surf the net that much either.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a good quality, lock. You can't worry about what everybody else is doing. Worry about what you're doing, and, once you start installing them, you'll see how great they are. And, there's always going to be a consumer what's going to try it themselves. And then they're going to call you because they go, well, I didn't do it,
Yeah.
So it's a 50-50,
I mean, from my perspective, installing the best product with the least amount of damage is always the right decision.
Yes.
Right? It's always the right decision.
Less holes in the door.
Right? Less holes in the door. It's always a better decision to me. Right? Now, can people do it yourself? Well, yeah. I mean, everybody, to some degree, every market has the DIY crowd, and that's just the DIY crowd. And just
where you go to the big box stores and buy pins to rekey a lock if you know how.
Yeah. Yeah. But the thing I like about it, so I think hopefully that is somewhat helpful, but I think the big thing is that we've seen a lot of, in the residential lock market, right? We've seen major advances, and unfortunately, the majority of the advances in the locks out there bypass the distributor like me,
locksmith,
and the locksmith like you, right? So you can just go to whatever store you want, get the Bluetooth or whatever, put it in, and be done. And so it is a bummer that that's kind of the way it happened, but that's just the way it is. And so I think we just need to...
but when they have a problem, they call us all the time.
Yep.
They said, well, I got this at Home Depot. I said, well, that's the first problem.
Yeah, right. But I think the other part of it is kind of goes back to something that you've said over the years a lot, which is like, obviously Home Depot cuts keys, or, the new kiosks now cut keys, but there's people that are going to use those, and there's people that are going to use a professional.
Right.
And so worrying about the people that aren't going to use a professional and trying to market to them, well, that's not going to be very fruitful, right? But staying with marketing to people that are going to use professional services, I think, is where you want to be.
Absolutely.
Right? I think that's where we want to be. Let's see, we got a question, and then we're going to get to the giveaway here in just a second. So, most people who install their own locks will get them at the big box store, Hogmaster 13. You're absolutely right. And I think that's just part of the discussion. I mean, it's one of those things that, I'm sure plumbers or electricians wish that they got all the electrician work or all the plumbing work, right? And I'm sure if it was possible for us to not go to any store and get the plumbing supplies we needed, then they would be happy about that.
Right.
Be more business for them.
Right.
And I think the same thing in the lock market, right? Big Box has always sold hardware and cut keys. Always has, right? I mean, some of the biggest names in the key blank world specifically sell to hardware stores, right? Mm-hmm. So I think it's more a matter of let's find our place and let's find where we can serve our customers, and the others we just have to let...
the manufacturers are out there to sell their product, and who can buy their product is, the big box stores for a cheaper price. Sometimes they cheapen it up. But you can't worry about that. You got to worry about what you're doing in your little world of locksmithing.
Absolutely. And I think the other...
I never worry about anybody else but our company.
Yeah.
Because that's my focus, not if this locksmith's doing something, that hardware doing something. I'm going to do the best job I can for my people, our company, and for the consumer.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I think at the end of the day, the world we live in today is constantly changing. It's evolving, and technology is accelerating at a rampant pace.
Oh, absolutely.
And we just have to keep moving with it, right? Keep moving with it and figuring out, our place in it all.
Right.
Which is not a bad thing.
No,
Right?
everybody has a place.
They always say, what? There's riches and niches,
Yep.
right? So there you have it. All right, so hopefully that was, that's a fun little topic there. I appreciate, I can't remember who actually left that comment, but great discussion. We shouldn't shy away from having those types of conversations.
Right. I have my
Right.
little niche in, North Idaho, what I do stuff what nobody else does. But, you just got to find your niche and do the best you can.
Absolutely, and if you really stop to think about how many people out there use locks and keys, everybody. Right? Cars, homes, garages, padlocks.
Right.
I mean, you name it. I mean, there's endless opportunity out there.
Well, yeah, locks. Gentleman came in today, needed a key for his roll-up garage door, and we didn't have it. He goes, everybody says you have everything. Well, there's always that one or two keys you don't have, and they asked to take his name and number, and we'd order one in, and he got all mad and left. Didn't want to leave anything, but that's his problem, not mine.
Yeah.
You can't have every key. We try, but you can't.
It's true,
And we called distributors all over the state, and nobody had anything. It's all, nobody had them. So
Yeah.
you didn't have them, other
Really,
companies didn't. That's the unfortunate thing. So it's a real oddball key.
Yeah, and you couldn't make anything work.
Well, if they would have told me, I would have done it.
And someone else didn't, yeah.
Right.
I mean, I remember one of the craziest. If you
I've
guys
made my own keys many times.
Yeah, I remember back, the MLB1 and ML1BR, or MBL1, MBL1R, Mobella boat keys, right? They're super popular, they're expensive, they're a great key you can make money on. But for a while, the only place to get them was Silka, right? And they were expensive, long lead times, and so I saw a guy turn a H75 Ford key into an MBL1.
Oh yeah, I've
thought it
changed
was-
a lot of keys.
I thought it was crazy, That was absolutely crazy.
And if you have a milling machine, like, for I call them sidewinders, high security keys, you can actually use that to mill it. Mill a blank, make it work.
Yeah, it's pretty easy if you actually have the lock there, right?
Right.
But if they don't have the lock, it starts
It's a little
getting
tough, right.
And at the same time, and something we'll save maybe for another day is like, at what point do you start getting a negative return on keys? For example, let's say on your keyboard, if it takes someone 30 minutes to make the key, can you, and you sell it for $7,
Yeah.
you're at a negative. At the same time, there's the customer service aspect
Right.
of it, right? So, we'll save that one for another day, but I think that's a good one.
Not always about the money, but it helps.
Yep. Oh, and you know what? I never tuned us into Facebook here. Let's go and hit that button real quick. Cool. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. So, Chad, once again, thanks for the shirts.
Yes, thank you.
Very cool. Dad, so here in a couple weeks, we're going to see you doing a magic trick.
I'm hoping.
Well,
I'll try
I'm looking
my
for a
best.
little more commitment.
My commitment level isn't very high.
Oh, man.
No, I'll do my best to get it going.
Cool. All right, guys, so there you have it. So we have some really cool videos coming up. By the way, I have two videos I want to bring up in particular you're going to see in the next, I guess, probably 2 weeks. So, key programming videos. I did a all keys lost, or, starting from scratch, making or programming keys for a Nissan Prox, okay? So we have that coming up, which is cool. And then I did something you guys have been asking for as well, and I programmed the same vehicle under the same circumstances, freezing cold,
Yep, it's been cold.
freezing cold, with the Auto Pro Pad and the Smart Pro. So you're going to see on the same vehicle what it's like programming it with the Smart Pro and with the Auto Pro Pad. So that's pretty cool. I'm interested to get you guys' feedback on that. I end up kind of riffing a little bit with the Auto Pro Pad and going into some extra little features for fun. But I'm really excited for you guys to see these couple videos. So let's see. Let's get into the drawing here. I'm reading the comments, and I see Mark Hall says you should do the executive suite one. Okay?
Executive Suite.
It's the name of the
Oh,
winners.
yeah. Right, Mark.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good stuff, guys. So, let's go over the ground rules. Let's announce the winners, guys. Thanks again for all the comments. It's really awesome. You guys adding value, bringing up questions like what we've discussed. Glad you guys really like the Town Steel stuff. It's really awesome. Like I said, I have some in-depth videos coming out for those, as well as some pretty cool stuff coming up. Excited to share with you guys hopefully soon some of the new stuff we're going to be doing in 2021. It's going to be fun, and it involves you guys. So
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
how cool is that?
It's cool.
It's cool. And what I'm talking about is like not even the one you're talking about.
Oh, you haven't told me everything?
Nope. Soon. Very cool, guys. So thank you guys for the support and all the different videos. Man, it's been fun. You know, we're hitting, I think tomorrow's video hits 300.
Wow.
I've done 300 of them. It's a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I've
been
actually shown a couple friends, and they go, wow, that is the coolest thing, to help people to learn more, you know?
Yeah. It's fun. We got Brian Field says, just want to thank CLK Supplies for the package that I won last week. It was great, and good luck to all this week. Absolutely, Brian. Glad you tuned in. Thank you for participating and being a lock boss.
Absolutely.
And it's very cool.
Yep.
Very cool. You know, it's really awesome to see people getting, learning new things, being inspired, you know, keep pushing.
Got to keep pushing in this
Got to
business.
keep pushing. Got to keep learning, right? Like we talk about in the intros, you guys have heard 1,000 times now, right? There's no straight path, right? We got to push forward. We got to push forward. We got to keep
absolutely.
learning, and let's learning from everybody, right? Let's learn from everybody.
Right.
I try to be more of a facilitator than trying to be like, hey, this is how you do everything, right? I'm just trying to hopefully provide information that helps everybody keep moving forward, myself included.
Yeah. No, you've done a great job doing that.
So, Hogmaster13, thank you. All Keys Lost video. Yes, Kevin, I did it. I finally did it, you know. So, I'm excited for you guys to see that one. And yeah, so here we go. So, let's review the rules. We'll go about the winners, guys. Make sure if you end up being one of the winners, feel free to tag us on Facebook, Instagram, make a video on it, tag us, let us know, because we're going to keep, as time goes on, when we hit new subscriber counts, we're going to keep playing videos that show all you guys and showcase you guys. You guys are the lock bosses out there. You guys are the ones doing the work day in, day out, even in the cold like out there right now.
It's cold.
It's cold. Hopefully, I mean,
Snowing.
if you're in Arizona and it's 70, even better.
I like that.
Right? Even better. That's cool. Going to, let's see, got a couple up. Get distracted here. Let me quit getting distracted. Here we go. So,
Oops, I just swallowed my gum.
did you really?
Jeez.
Why?
You got me nervous, I guess.
All right, guys, so here we go. Every week, now y'all do the ground rules, announce the winners, and go from there. So here we go. So every week we post videos on YouTube. And throughout the week, comment and include the hashtag LockBoss. When you do that, you're going to get entered in to win one of 5 prizes every week. And we're giving out all sorts of crazy things. The fun part is half the time, I don't even know what the prizes are until they've left. So it's kind of fun, for me even. So they have framework that they operate through when they figure out the prizes. Kind of fun.
Yeah, I've never won, but I don't expect
Have
to
you been
either.
commenting?
Now and then.
Putting hashtag LockBoss? Like,
Yes,
you know,
sir.
or
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
for you, I mean, to do the contest, you have to do LockBoss, but you should also be putting hashtag LockFather, because that's what they like to call you. Guys, right, so throughout the week, comment on the videos, okay? Each giveaway stands alone in itself. It starts on Monday when we release the first video, and it goes through Sunday, okay? So Monday through Sunday, and then we announce the winners live here every Tuesday, okay? So that's how it works. It's free to enter, no purchase necessary, and once we announce your name, you're going to want to send us an email at sales@clksupplies.com or call us at 800-848-6989. We'll get your shipping address correct. We're going to hook you up with stuff that you can use, that you're going to want, and you probably need as well. So that's even cool.
Yeah.
We even do key machines,
Yeah.
right? Key machines.
Well, like that one person won a Flash.
Yeah.
And
Flash
I just bought one.
Nomads.
How come I didn't win it?
I'm
just saying,
You have to
you know.
comment. You have to comment and
Yeah.
include the hashtag LockBoss. It's all done
I'm not a
randomly.
computer guy. I watch the videos live all the time,
Okay.
but I can't always comment because it doesn't allow me to.
That's it.
No. Someday I'll show you.
I'd like to see, actually.
Yeah.
And I'd love to help you.
Thanks. I need all the help I can get.
All right, guys, so here we go. Here we go. This week's winners. Drum roll it out. Winner number 1 is Alan Corson. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Very cool.
Yep.
Here we go. Winner number 2 is Sean Baker. Congratulations, Sean.
Congratulations.
I don't know if I saw Sean on here or not. Let's see. Let's keep it going. Winner number 3 is Phil Herman. Phil, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Winner number 4 is Keith Waitley. Hopefully I said that right. Whatley. Congratulations, Keith.
Congratulations.
And last but not least, winner number 5 is PH Picker. Congratulations. I think I just saw you on here. So hopefully you're on and you won. Very cool. Looks like Brian's on here. Says, yeah, he won one of the Nomads. We've been sending those out. Lots of fun, guys. So this is the deal. All the winners. Okay, let me hold up the list here. Hopefully I might be able to see it. Those are the winners. Week 15. Okay, so guys, make sure you email us at sales@clksupplies.com. You know, I need to set up a special email for that, just like LockBoss at CLK Supplies.
Exactly.
Or call us, so sales@clksupplies.com, or call us at 800-848-6989. We'll confirm your shipping address. We're going to hook you up for free. We cover everything. And it's really our way at CLK Supplies, my way at CLK Supplies here, just to say thank you guys for being lock bosses, doing the locksmithing work, serving your customers, serving the public, and for being awesome, right?
Yeah, no, I got my jacket, Lock Boss jacket.
Yeah, got your
That's
lock
awesome.
boss. You know, we may have to get you on here modeling it one day, huh?
Yeah, you want to walk the runway?
Would you? Awesome, guys. Well, hey, thank you all for tuning in. It makes it a lot of fun having so many people in here. And by the way, I know I've said this before, but you guys are so positive.
Yeah.
It's really
absolutely.
awesome, you know? I mean, like, we can spend energy being negative or we can spend energy being positive. And the fact that the LockBoss community stays positive and uplifting is freaking awesome.
I probably read all the comments on every video.
Do ya?
Yeah. I just don't know how to always reply,
Oh.
you know, but
Yeah.
I like them. 99% of them are awesome. you know?
Absolutely. And I, try to read and respond to a lot of you guys, and I have a blast doing it.
Yeah, I enjoy seeing what they have to say.
Yeah.
Because everybody has their own little world they're in, and it's interesting to see all that.
Absolutely, guys. So thank you, guys, so much for being awesome, being a great community of lock bosses, and we
Absolutely.
all look forward to the future.
Yeah.
Look forward to the future, guys. So, Dad, thanks for coming on and sporting the
That's it.
locksmith
Look at that.
shirt.
Thank you again.
Very cool, Chad. Once again, thank you. Congratulations to all the winners. We hope to be hearing from you soon so we can hook you up. You guys have a great evening, and we will see you next Tuesday live.
Have a good one.
You guys have a good one. Thanks.